What's up, guys? I'm Anthony Totri, and I'm back in the bar for another edition of Totri's 2 Cents. And college basketball is right around the corner, so that's exactly where we're going with our hot take this week. And college football still going on, of course, owned and operated by the SEC. But today, we're going to tell you why the Big 12, when it comes to college basketball, is far superior to the SEC when it comes to college football. Now, I know the SEC has their powerhouses. Alabama, of course, Georgia, LSU, Tennessee, even Texas in there. Some of the best college football programs in the nation. Doesn't matter what conference you are talking about. But when you get to the middle of the pack and even all the way to the bottom of the SEC, it lacks depth. It lacks serious firepower at the bottom of this conference. The same firepower and depth that can be found when we're talking about the Big 12 when it comes to college basketball. But before we get into the middle, how about the top of the Big 12 when it comes to college basketball? Well, you got Kansas. Kansas, right now, AP Top 25 preseason poll, number 1 in the nation. Houston at 4, Iowa State at 5. Both Big 12 basketball teams both had amazing campaigns in the NCAA tournament just last season. Now, Baylor at number 8 and Arizona at number 10, continuing with the trend of Big 12 powerhouses. That's 5. That is 50% of the top 10 in college basketball can be found in the Big 12. And even if you want to continue going down the AP Top 25, Cincinnati at number 20, other teams receiving votes in the Big 12, BYU, Texas Tech, Kansas State, Arizona State as well. We are nearing 10 teams now in the Big 12 fighting to be in that AP Top 25. And the difference for me when we're talking about the Big 12 in college basketball and the SEC in college football is that the Big 12 doesn't duck each other when it gets to conference play. Kansas will play Arizona. Baylor will play Iowa State. Houston will play BYU. All of these teams, the teams that will likely be in the NCAA tournament, play each other week in, week out. When you get to college football and you look at the SEC and you look at some of their schedules, take Alabama's schedule in consideration here. Alabama, they play Georgia, they play Tennessee. Other than that, who on their schedule do you really care about? They're going to play LSU in November, and they're going to play Missouri this coming weekend. They're going to win both those games. That's just the truth. They played Vanderbilt, they lost that game. They played South Carolina, barely won that game. The rest of this conference doesn't really mean a whole lot to me. They're not upper echelon teams. You're not seeing South Carolina in the college football playoff. You're not going to see Vanderbilt in the college football playoff. You probably won't see Missouri or Oklahoma or Auburn in the college football playoff. But I'll tell you what, when you get to the NCAA tournament, you're going to see Kansas. You're going to see Houston. You're going to see Iowa State. You're going to see Baylor. You're going to see Arizona. The list goes on and on of Big 12 teams that you're going to see in that NCAA tournament. And that's why the Big 12, when it comes to college basketball, is better than the SEC when it comes to college football. Guys, hit the like button. Let me know in the comments. Do you think the Big 12 is a better basketball conference than the SEC is football conference?
We all silly like the mayor.